chestnuts, sweet chestnuts, edible ones, very tasty, of this tree. It's a small one, and usually there has to be at least two to pollinate themselves, but here we are only with this one, and there are always a few chestnuts, so that's nice. Every year I've been collecting them here, so look, it looks amazing. And they are in these very prickly things, so I need to use these thick gloves. And usually, look, there are a few like this, very thin and not worth picking, but at least one is usually there that looks like this. It's not easy to get them out. Look, a normal one. So that's great. We have just a small amount, but it's still very nice, and usually I make a chestnut puree, a sweet one with butter and rum and sugar. You can take a look at our video from, I don't know, 2 years ago, and you can take a look how I make the chestnut puree. It's very delicious and amazing. And we have a new small chestnut tree in a pot. We will plant it here next to this one, so there will be two. They will be friends, and hopefully the harvest will be bigger when they both grow.
Eventually.
Eventually, yes.
As you know, we like diversity in our garden, but we are slowly running out of local species that we could grow. So we are trying a couple of exotic ones as well. And one of them is this persimmon tree, or as we call it here, kaki. This one even has one fruit here, which is exciting. We are not that familiar with them. I don't remember eating them as a kid, but we've had them a few times and they are very delicious, so it would be nice to have them in our garden as well.
Yeah, you can buy them in stores here, in supermarkets, in the exotic section from warm countries.
Yeah, and the second kind is this fig tree, and it also has a few figs on it, so that's great as well, even though I'm not sure that they will ripen in time because it's already October and you can see the leaves are leaving. In both cases, the trees should build frost resistance over the next few years, so we will have to move them indoor to overwinter. But in a couple of years, when they grow and when they get thicker, basically, then eventually we should be able to just plant them in the soil in the garden in some warmer space, and they should be able to survive. At least that's the theory, but we'll see. We want to try it.
Yeah.
Help me see, how do I compare a different me? How do I compare? Can we let it be for just a little more? My mind is wide and aching at the core. Do we ever learn before it's too late? Why we keep falling through aeons? Should I be leaning on each other all the way?
Guys, I need to show you today's modest harvest. Here we have goji berries. I was picking for the first time this year. In the previous years we had so many of them, but this year the shrubs kinda like they didn't look well. So I don't know what happened. We didn't mind because goji berries are not very tasty. They are bittersweet, I would say, and the bitterness is there. And we have one variety that is tastier. It has golden fruits. These ones are red, but these ones are not good, but the golden ones are better. There were only like 5 of them this year on the shrub. So yeah, here look at this. This is a very enormous horseradish, and this is the continuation. It broke in the soil as I was trying to pull it out with the spade and everything, but still it was very difficult. So these ones, when they are so big, they are sometimes hollow inside. So yeah, but I will lacto-ferment a bit of this and we will eat the rest.
What a monster.
It is a big monster. Here we have something very special. These ones are quinces. I don't know if that's the plural. So from quince trees. These ones are from normal quince trees, and these ones from Japanese quince trees.
I don't know.
Maybe all of them are from Japanese.
Yeah.
We'll see if we will make something. There is a syrup. Sometime in the future, I made a syrup out of this.
In the future?
In the past, of course.
Don't spoil it for me.
But in the future, I'm sure I made a syrup as well. And the scent is amazing. Kinda citrusy, lemony. Very amazing. So you can put this also in your wardrobe and it should smell nice.
Or you can wash your clothes.
You can do that as well. Here we have some leftover tomatoes, not many of them. And here leftover peppers and some eggplants. So that's nice. And here I need to show you these special mushrooms. These ones are field mushrooms. I ate a lot of these ones last week. But sometimes there are yellow stainers like hidden in between them, and those ones are kinda toxic. So you would vomit and your stomach would be upset. Maybe diarrhea or something. That's what I was reading on the internet.
So they are great for losing weight, is what you're saying.
Exactly. And you know that they are these yellow stainers. This one, look, it will change color to yellow quite fast. So, yeah.
Or not.
But this was very bright yellow, this area. I did that. So yeah, it's changing, but I don't know. When we are filming, they don't want to perform. So the reaction was more visible when I was doing it for the first time. So I will not eat these ones, but it's amazing that this kind, the normal ones, not the toxic ones, the field mushrooms grow in our garden in grass, and they are from the same family as the most common mushrooms that you can buy in supermarkets. I was looking on the internet. They should be called white button mushrooms or something like that. We call them champignons or something like that.
No, we call them jampioni.
Yes, we call them jampioni, but in English I think you can also use the term champignon or something.
You say so.
It's from French, right?
I don't know. I didn't read about it.
It is probably. So yeah, these ones are probably not good. I am not risking diarrhea or vomiting, but overall it's quite a nice harvest. We are almost in November, slowly we are coming to November, so that's nice.
It's cold outside today, so I can finally do meaningless tasks like this.
Not meaningless. It will be a first with these beans.
Yeah, we've never grown beans before, so that's our premiere. We only planted them mostly for decorative reasons, because we like to see something crawling on a stick. But we eat beans, so we will of course eat them, but it will probably be for one meal. And just like that, 1 hour later, I'm done.
Wow.
It's even less than I expected. So it's probably for one dinner, right? This amount.
Could be maybe for two.
Maybe even two? From 2 plants. There were 2 plants of beans only. So it's a fun bonus, and we will have our own beans for the first time ever.
That is so cool. It's always exciting when there is something new. This is for the first time, so I like it. Our pond is doing very well. The clover that we planted some months ago is growing, and it creates all these hidden spaces for wildlife. We've seen frogs living here and also dragonflies, which we are very happy about because they are predatory, so they can eat larvae of mosquitoes and stuff like that. Sometimes there are of course problems in the water. There are these long algae growing from time to time, so sometimes we have to pull them out manually. The long algae gets tangled in between other plants that are in the water. For example, there's this floating plant, Ceratophyllum. We put it there and it should help with algae because it takes nutrients from the water, and algae love nutrients. So sometimes it can be a bit difficult to pull the long algae out of the water because it's so tangled everywhere, but we've been managing, so it's fine. I also forgot to mention that we need to top up the water because it of course evaporates. Depends on the temperature. In summer, when it was very hot, we had to do it almost every week. Except clover, we planted other various plants here, for example sage or mint, so there are herbs growing here and other wildflowers, so it's going. Of course, the tall grasses around the pond, they are growing as well, some of them less, some of them more, so some of them needs to get established still, but overall it looks very nice here. This is one of our favorite spots in the garden, and it's so much fun to always come here and observe what's going on and yeah, it's like our little oasis here. We've been quite lucky with the weather recently. It's sunny and quite warm, so it's very pleasant to be here in the garden. It's great to be able to observe all the changes in colors. Everything is getting colorful, the leaves on the trees, there is more yellow or more orange, and yeah, it's so nice. This will not last. This part of autumn is always quite short, so we need to make sure to enjoy this. I also like all these berries of firethorn bushes. They are small, the shrubs still, but it will be so amazing when they are bigger and all the berries shine on the shrubs. Yay, I'm looking forward to that. There are also these beautiful bright pink berries. They are called Duranbus, coral berries or snowberries. Hopefully I said the name correctly. It's not an easy word. And they look so beautiful. This color is quite unusual. It's not very common to see such berries, so we love having them here. They are only decorative, so not edible. They would look amazing on cakes or something, but still, it is such a joy to look at them.
Guys, I don't know what to do. This is our harvest of pumpkins, squashes and zucchinis, and I hope the winter will be very, very long, so we have time to eat it all.
This is totally crazy. Wow.
We've never had so many zucchinis, especially.
Mm-hmm.
They are not fresh anymore, so you can't eat the peel. You need to peel it off.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be a little bit more complicated, but I don't think we will be hungry for a long time.
We won't be, but we'll see how long this will last. The zucchini is probably only maybe a month or a few months, but the pumpkins until spring at least, right?
Yeah, that's our experience until April, May or something like that.
Yeah, so wow. And then it was time to taste our first persimmon. It has to be soft, otherwise it would be very astringent. This one was very soft, almost like a jelly, which is what you want. And the taste was amazingly sweet, so yummy. Anyway, we hope you enjoyed being with us in the garden during these calm autumn days. Don't forget to give us a like and see you guys next time. Bye!